Energy check-in, okay, and see what's going on for the collective. How is everybody feeling? Okay. Might have got some downloads, some messages, okay, some decisions. Somebody's suffering, okay. Their physical body could be feeling this, or your physical body's telling you something, okay. All right, that was quick. Spirit is ready to spill the tea, is what I'm getting, okay. All right, let's tap in, get a prayer, okay. Well, hey there, son. Say Grand Rising, everybody. Hercules is here. Wanna get up there? Say hey. You just gonna lay right there. I don't have no treats, son. Okay. All right, y'all. What's going on? Okay. Whoever was trying to do something, they got kicked out. Okay, because I just got kicked out of my own life. Okay, last night. Yeah, that was an instant backfire. All right, soul family. Ooh. Okay. And I was called to light these two incense. They came out together. Okay. Uh. All right. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Okay, tell me about these decisions. Higher self. Okay. It's like somebody's suffering here because you're a divine teacher. Like, this is who you are, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And something about you taking care of your physical body and, just doing what you're supposed to do, right? All right. Let's hop in. Tell me about the decisions here. Yeah, something is arriving here. Okay, collaboration. Mm. Hey, hey, welcome, babies. Okay, very interesting. The planets are aligned for this. Making a decision if you want to collaborate with something here. Yeah. Okay, something about retrograde review. You're not looking at something back then as somebody suffering. You're focused on your passion. Very tense situation, possibly with a Leo, and it's very discomforting. Okay. Yeah, somebody's suffering here. Tell me about the physical body. All right, Taurus season. What's going on? Somebody's being exposed here. Okay. Midhaven and Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, somebody's trying to cover up something. Chiron and Healing is in reverse. Something here is telling you not to collaborate, okay? Don't have this alliance with somebody. Yeah, we can tap in. You can send over your $20 for Cash App, PayPal for your mini read. I got you. Yeah, and I'll put you on my list, okay? Yeah, somebody's causing illusion. There's no activation here. Somebody could have these placements highly aspected. Okay, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. Somebody don't want something to change here. Okay, let's get the tarot and see what we get in here. Tell me about decisions. Something's arriving here. The planets is aligning. You can have Aquarius in your sun, moon, horizon. Okay. King of Cups. You're holding something close to your chest here. Hello, welcome. Thank you. You're holding something close to your chest here. You're being very mature about something. Tell me about the King of Cups. The Wounded Warrior. You've been through a lot. Yeah, you're getting a message about something here. About a Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Y'all remember in tarot, we're talking, energy, not feminine, masculine. Okay. Getting a message. There's a Queen of Swords getting a message here about you getting a victory. And this person is very, very upset, okay? I'm good. Grand Rising, guys. Grand Rising. Tell me about somebody suffering. Somebody done something during that Mercury retrograde that we had the last time, and they didn't get no improvements, okay? You stay focused on your passion while they was in a tense situation. Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? Tell me about this Leo in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be a fire sign with heavy water in their chart here. Okay. Or this could be a water sign with heavy fire in their chart. I heard a Leo rising, okay? Leo Venus. Somebody's magic backfired. There's a lot of fights here as well. Communication is in reverse. Somebody's just focused on their garden here. Business and their foundation. And it's like, yeah, I'm not finna fight and argue about something. Everything is fine. Tell me about the physical body here. Taurus. Yeah, leaving something out in the cold. Physically, Spirit was telling you, leave something out in the cold, okay? They was going to expose themselves. And I feel like that's what happened. Okay. There's a tree service there, too. The root of the problem has been cut out here, okay? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Yeah, there's another tree service truck. Yeah, they coming to cut some shit down. I feel like that Spirit. Okay, Spirit's coming through to cut some shit down here. Why do I feel like each line here is a different storyline? Y'all take this where it resonates, okay? There is a King of Cups that's finding out about a Queen of Swords in reverse here, okay? And then there is suffering here in this second row here with this Queen of Cups Leo energy, okay? Their magic backfired. They was doing work on somebody and somebody's focused on business. They're thriving, doing what they need to do. And then the third row here is a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They got left out in the cold by a Taurus, okay? And it's divine intervention here. Because somebody here physically knows, like, you're not good. Something's wrong here, okay? That could be like your inner child not being safe, like letting you know, like, that's not a safe energy. Tell me about this alliance. It's not safe to have an alliance with somebody, okay? Yeah, because somebody's offering a fishy cup here. And you won't be celebrating. Because somebody could be working with Emperor in reverse over here, okay? Father figure, a boss, a baby's father, somebody here, okay, causing illusions. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do this. Very interesting how that layout happened this morning. All right, let's go back to the first story here. Tell me about this King of Cups. He's moving to calmer waters, okay, and rushing in somewhere else. And this Queen of Swords is really, really upset about this. Yeah, this person's not juggling something anymore because they know somebody's hiding something and not telling the truth. Possibly about how they was messing with a King of Wands in reverse. Somebody now is not carrying no burdens. Okay, somebody could have slept with somebody's friend here, and somebody found out. Okay, with this first story. Tell me about this Queen of Cups, Leo. Yeah, energy. Yeah, somebody here is in this Four of Cups energy because somebody tried to play with the Empress here. Mm-hmm. And somebody walked away, and now they ain't got no strength. I'm hearing this could be a feminine or a masculine energy here. This in this Queen of Cups, Leo energy or whatever, however this is going. Yeah, this opportunist here, they've already missed multiple opportunities playing in your energy, Empress. Okay, now somebody's suffering. Yeah, because see the star card, you done healed from something here, and somebody, you're not in that low vibrational energy, Empress, so they can't get that, whatever attacks they're sending, it's immediate backfire here, okay? Tell me here about your inner child, not comfortable with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, not taking this offer, working with this Emperor in reverse. Yeah, there's a death here. Something is, metaphorically speaking, something's ending or physically. Okay, and something about this energies here is very, very obsessed and angry. Because they're still trying to come in and Ten of Swords you and it's not working. Okay. Somebody's in this Nine of Swords energy. They're trying to make you be quiet, okay? And something about this. Very interesting. Because they're all, both of these people are tied up. Uh-huh. They're watching, or somebody's watching. They're watching you move on here, okay? And you're not concerned about the past. Yes, love, it is. Yeah, these are throat chakra incense. Do what? Okay, so a mini read is just me like, okay, I'll just tap in and I'll just tell you what spirit has for you. Okay. And then of course you can ask questions and just kind of elaborate on what guidance spirit has for you. Yeah. It really don't have no time limit to it. It's just a lot of intuitive messages I'll get for you. Okay. Okay. feel like y'all, after y'all know we still in this Scorpio full moon, but decision making during this time is clear, crystal clear, right? It's especially if you've already done that emotional deep trauma healing. um Collective, I'm gonna be honest, there's some people here that ain't gonna know how to deal with you after yesterday, okay? Because they can't come in and emotionally or use their emotions on you, right? And it's very interesting, okay? How some people look at this, because this is a tactic they always use, right? Y'all, by the way, this is not no moon to manifest in either. Okay, Spirit wanted me to bring that to light. Because you're gonna manifest trauma. Okay, you need to be releasing, not trying to bring things in. This wasn't a moon to manifest in at all. Okay, because if you know anything about the Scorpio zodiac, that's about transformation. Okay, that's about deep wound healings, like the deep darkest part of yourself. Okay, you had to pull out and you had to look at, right? Definitely not a time to manifest. Plus full moons is a release. New moons is whenever you manifest, right? So, oh, okay. This Queen of Cups in reverse here is very misleading. Okay, and now this person's suffering. Okay, because I noticed a lot of my collective come in was like, VG, I feel so good. Like I can it. I said this full moon in Scorpio was definitely gonna let you know if you have really been doing the healing. And when that intense energy swooped in, Miss Jones, I wouldn't recommend it with this Scorpio full moon. Okay, this is a time to release, right? All that anger, all whatever is setting within you, forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? You know how full moons are. It's about releasing, right? Um, you do got a new moon coming up, so whatever, you've already been doing the work. So if you didn't feel that real intense energy, you already know that you've done your emotional trauma healing, right? Yes, okay. Listen now. Anybody got Scorpio in their chart, them areas you're gonna feel really, really good in. Like yesterday when I woke up, I felt so refreshed. I felt so good. Like, and it was like the more we got into it, yeah. Yes, uh-huh. But it's all about write down, release, okay? Forgive yourself, especially, like from childhood to teen years to adult years, what it is that needed your attention. And somebody here is suffering because they're led by emotions that's unhealed, and they're making what is it called? Impulsive moves because they haven't healed confirmation. Their own emotional trauma, you know. Got you. Yeah, see? So you go through a death and a rebirth every single day. With Pluto being in Scorpio, you go through a death and rebirth every single day. So that's why people are like, you change, you ain't the same. It's because that's what you do. You have that placement where, and see, a lot of people can't go through changes. They like shit to stay the same. And let me just tell you, them is the people that don't stay on this journey very long. Okay? It's not good. It's like, no. Uh we need things to stay the same. So eventually they'll go back to the South Node and go back to Karmic City because They cannot handle what's going on. Walking into uncharted territories for people that don't like change will put them in real bad situations. Okay. And that's what they don't understand. I personally, myself, there was a time where I hated change. But then whenever I started looking at things different and changing my perspective, change is a beautiful process. Because now it's like spirit is showing me glimpses of where I could have been and what could have happened if I wouldn't have went through my own transformation, right? Something very important about that. Yeah, confirmation. Oh yeah, and see, and that's the thing. Like being a earth sign, especially a Taurus, you're sitting here in your physical body, your inner child is saying, "Okay, we need to get this together. Like, what's going on here? I'm not comfortable here." Uh-huh. So like if you have Taurus in certain placements and you're like, VG, like that moon really got to me, it's because there was some deep inner childhood wounds that spirit needs you to look at and say, okay, you've been carrying that too long, right? Yeah, and see, this is the thing. I know there's a lot of people that hate when I say this, but it's the truth. Forgiveness. That forgiveness is not for the other party. We are not dismissing what people done, okay? What we are doing is releasing this shit from your physical body because it's stored up trauma, anger, revenge, mad, resentment, then it turns into a physical body sickness. Then it starts affecting your health. Then it starts affecting your money. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, what just happened here? Because literally, you're physically holding your own self back because you're holding in trauma. You're storing the trauma within yourself, mind, body, and soul. You just keep storing it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you want to release all this shit. When we say transmute the energy, get out there, dance, listen to some singing bowl meditations. Uh, Instead of eating that cheeseburger and fries, go get you a fresh fruit smoothie. Okay, start putting better things into your body. Change your routine. Don't sit and be in your head and thinking, oh, well, this is just who I am, and they're just gonna have to accept it. Well, sad news here, people will start moving away from around you when you have that type of mentality. They're not judging you. They're just saying, okay, if you're going to keep doing the same dumb shit, then I'm going to have to get away from around you. And see, that could be what's going on right now as well, is folks is like, okay, if you're going to keep doing this same dumb shit and keep putting yourself in a suffering situation, then guess what? I have to leave you where you stand. Okay. Because I don't want no part of that, right? Something about this. And with that scorpionic energy, it's a very, very intense, in-depth energy where people don't want to peel them layers back of thyself, of them situations, because it's a comfort zone, right? And that's a comfort zone they've been in their whole life. So when you start saying things and people get triggered, they get mad, then all of a sudden you the problem. See what I'm saying? Because you got people that don't want to face the facts of things. They don't want to look at things. But okay, now let's put the shoe on the other foot. Whenever they pointed out your flaws, guess what you did? You took accountability. He's like, hell yeah, I was fucked up. Hell yeah, I did A, B, D, or C. Hell yeah, I wasn't in my right mind, right? Somebody sitting here looking at you saying, what? Because you know how to take accountability for your actions. You still got people that's hiding from their shadow. And then last night, their shadow side pulled up on them and said, hey, you remember me? Yeah, come on. Come on, we gotta. Uh-huh. That's why a lot of people go into hermit mode, collective, and when they come out, they're a totally different person. Because now, guess what? They sit with their inner child and that shadow side and said, okay, how does my shadow side keep on getting me put in these situations? Right? That's that impulsive, I don't have to change. This is who I am. Part of you, right? Just to break down the shadow work, right? It's like it's a lot of lessons you learned in yourself note about your own shadow side, you know. Very, very important. You know, it blows my mind. It's 93 people here. And it's 29 likes. I'm just saying. That right there is a representation, right? That people do not want to support you publicly, but in private, they can hit you up and they can talk to you. Yeah. Right? They ain't seeing things. They're under harsh judgment. They watching. They don't know what to do, right? They see Archangel Michael's over here protecting you and you're believing in yourself and loving on yourself. Hey, babies, welcome, welcome. But guess what? A lot of people here, metaphorically speaking, had a death. And a lot of us already went through this death transformation, metaphorically speaking. We laid that old person to rest. And y'all got people still trying to go dig that person up, and that person ain't there anymore. And they're sitting here saying, what do you mean, VG? Like, it's the truth. They can't come speak to you any kind of way. They can't come and do things. Exactly, Miss Jones. If you don't support me, then why the fuck you here? Like, why do you keep trying to find me? If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me, right? Ain't no riding the fence. See what I'm saying, collective? And see, that's the thing. You got people riding the fence. Because, see, they'll be over here shit talking you. Oh, y'all, I got to tell y'all about my dream, too. Okay, I seen somebody's cell phone, okay? Messages. I seen somebody's messages in their cell phone. And they was over there and they was talking really, really bad about you, okay? And there was talking to a third party. And the third party, then they finally, in the conversation... Y'all, I'm trying to go back and read it. In the conversation, this person was like, yeah, I've got to stay here and I got to support them, blah, blah, blah. The third party was like, that ain't what you was saying, and blah, 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 and started screenshotting the messages about how bad somebody was talking about you. Okay, that's going to be very significant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could be talking to an Aries, or somebody was talking about an Aries, okay? Because I kept seeing in bold letters, I got to protect the Aries. I got to support the Aries, okay? Now I don't know if somebody's an Aries or if somebody's a boss, confirmation, father figure or something here, okay? Y'all just stay with me, but yeah. But somebody was very, very angry with whoever they was texting. Because they had made plans to go and do whatever here, and somebody changed this up. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, see, karmic family. See, they can't come in and they can't, this, metaphorically speaking, like I was saying, with this death and rebirth, your karmic family sitting over here and very, very shocked, okay? Because the narrative they twisted of you is thrown out the window, okay? You don't live at that address no more. You shut that shit down. So now they're kind of standoffish and they're very distant because they don't know how to deal with the new part of you, right? And that's going to be very, very important. Back to that dream. Sorry, y'all. I got sidetracked there with the email. Um, yes, this third party is very, very upset because somebody here was already supposed to leave you. Okay, you could have Aries highly aspected in your chart, and you could have made a heavy impact on somebody's life here, and this third party is very, very upset. Okay, and there was a plan, there was something, but I kept getting, this person is two-faced. Are you sure you want this person in your life? Because look how they do with other people. They're over here, they're doing this, they're doing the same thing behind your back, and you don't know it. And I guess maybe that's why Spirit showed me a scroll of the text messages in my dream, because that's how they communicate with people. They texting. Okay. You don't really hear them physically talking to people. Okay. That's going to be very significant. Somebody's always texting and doing some shit. Okay. And it could be with that karmic ass family. They could be like, oh, she's this, she's that. I've been taking care of this person. I've been doing this. I'm tired of this. I need to go. I need to blah, 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 blah. And somebody's spirit team is like, the front door and the back door has been open for your sorry ass this whole time. Like, what's going on? Something about this, because somebody being very childish, okay? And they're telling people, oh, I'm walking away. I'm leaving. Like, I'm five of swords in this situation. I got to go. Like, blah, blah, blah. And somebody's beloved ancestors is like, we was going to get you out of there anyways because you're a low-down piece of shit from the get-go. Y'all, somebody's beloved ancestors done left them and set them down over here on the side. Okay, something about this. Like, I don't know, something about the last, I'm going to say week and a half. I don't know what somebody done here, but somebody's beloved ancestors very, very upset with their actions because they're not doing anything to make anything better, right? And it's like, there are people sitting here saying, wow, like, really? But you've been doing this. You've been sitting, you've been watching. You haven't took no action. Something about this. I don't know. Ooh, okay. Tell me here about this karmic family. Somebody talking shit. Yeah, Two of Cups. Yeah, about you. And you've been having to defend yourself from this energy here. And it's like, damn, okay. Whole time you thought this was your Ace of Cups. Honey, that cell phone said something different. Them messages said something different. Ending. Judgment. Ten of Swords in reverse. And see, that's why and somebody here is really upset because every time they try to throw this dagger at you or these swords at you or whatever, okay, over here, and you don't throwing the rock and hiding their hand, you get a blessing. Something comes through. And this person sitting here like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, why I gotta help them for? They always getting blessings. Why I gotta help them for? Why I gotta do this? Why do I gotta do that? Well, listen, if you're in a relationship with somebody, teamwork makes the dream work here. But somebody here don't want to be in a relationship. That's what this is. That's what Spirit is saying. That's why there's an ending, or that's why there was an ending, because somebody was just looking at you as a come up. So they could get what they needed, get cloud off of you, however, whatever the case may be, okay? Come in and steal your root chakra, okay? And try to take your essence, try to destiny swap, and then run out. Well, whoever they're talking to was like, man, you've been saying this. What do you mean you got to support them? Because somebody's spirit team got them stopped dead in their tracks. It's Knight of Swords. It's been stopped dead in their tracks. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Because they come in and get what they want and then they leave because they're unhealed. Okay? That's what's going on here. Somebody here is, this healing has got to happen. And they don't understand. And see, you can have Scorpio highly aspected in your chart. And you make people go through death and transformations. This is what you do. Like you said, you have Pluto and Scorpio. So when people meet you, oh, they're meeting their shadows. They're gonna have to look at their shadow side. That's what people don't understand about meeting somebody that is a Scorpio sun sign, or they have Scorpio heavy aspected in their chart. You will go through your transformation, or you will fall on your face. Like it is what it is. And that person might move on because that was the only reason that you encountered that person. Y'all remember how I was telling you there's certain reasons why you encounter certain people. Okay, if you keep encountering a Leo, you need to do some heart chakra work because they rule the heart. Okay, if you meet a Virgo, you need to work on organization, your health. Okay, because they rule the intestines and the stomach area, right? Each zodiac sign represents something. That's why you need to go study. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like each one. Okay. So if you keep meeting the same one, it's like VG, damn, okay. That's like meeting a Gemini. Maybe you need to learn how to communicate. They're teaching you how to communicate. Okay. Taurus. That's about stability. Having the finer things in life, getting some structure in your income. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you meet a Capricorn, just personally, just my thoughts, that's going to teach you not to take anything personal and get on your fucking grind. Okay. Like for real. Yeah. Just stop taking shit personal and get to your bag. Listen, if they fuck with you, they going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have them strong boundaries. That's something about earth signs that you will find, and they'll say that an earth sign is very cold, but they not finna play with you. They got organization. They worried about their stability, and all that emotional shit. You ain't finna come over there and do all that with them. Okay, that they got to get back to work because they're too busy organizing, planning their future. You see what I'm saying? So earth signs really get the rep of being very, very cold and detached, but that's not what it is. If you ain't on their planner, I'm just gonna say it. Now, a lot of my earth signs probably gonna laugh when I say this, but they're planning their future. And if you ain't a part of them plans and you fuck up something that they got going on, you gotta go. Cause you can't go to the future with them. You see what I'm saying? Because they already done planned everything out in their head, on paper. Okay, all of this stuff. Listen, y'all, at least I'm a Leo Virgo. I know how this goes. And I personally, that's why I'm personally saying this. Because if I got a plan for my future and you don't fit in that and you causing chaos and you can't get your shit together and you know what I'm saying? Like you just do, yeah. Child, you getting scratched out. You got to go. You got to get out of the way. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to stop what I've already done sit over here and I put him in place, right? Wow. Cause see, look, confirmation with this idiot here. Cause somebody knows that you got that $1,000,000 root chakra, okay? And they know if they come in and they have sex with you, it's like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to build and do this and do that. But if you're with an earth sign, They're going to be looking at you and saying, when you going to do the work? What's going on here? You see? Now, I could be talking to a water sign or a fire sign that has heavy earth placements. Say you're ruled by earth, okay? It don't matter that your sun sign is a fire sign or a water sign or air sign. If you're ruled by earth, you're literally going to be looking at somebody when they come in there with them excuses and saying, "Why are you always crying for? You need to get up. Like, ain't nobody got time for this. You make too many excuses. You got to get up. You got to do what needs to be done." Yeah. So you get the rep of being a dickhead, an asshole. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, why are they always like that?" And because at the end of the day, I'm just saying, ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to get up. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to keep moving. And that's why if you have people, places, and things in your life, this Scorpio full moon is telling you to look at this. Okay? Like, prime example, yesterday, y'all, I seen it happen right in front of my face. It's a great opportunity coming. And then here comes Karmic family. Child, listen. The audacity must be on sale. Okay? Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, what? Y'all, yeah, I'm just saying. The audacity's on sale right now. Because it be the same motherfuckers that ain't never supported you. But ain't even, they don't give a fuck what you eating. They don't give a fuck where you sleeping. They don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Be the same motherfuckers telling me, I need you. We blah, 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 blah. But see, listen, this is a period where you're being tested. Great opportunities is coming in. What are you going to do? You going to meal do a barbecue? I'm trying to tell you, listen, some of these motherfuckers got the insider with the supervisor, don't they? Because the audacity must be, you exactly right, must be free. And baby, family be the main ones with the highest audacity. You be like, wow. Now let me tell you something. The shoes on the other foot, you ask them for help. What you mean I can't help you? I don't blah, 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 blah. I was telling a client this last night. I said, you know what? I will contact one of y'all, my collective, before I contact a family member to ask for help. Yeah, I said it. I will contact one of my soul sisters or my soul brothers before I pick that phone up and call over there in Karmic City. Guaranteed, guess what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna hit me up and be like, man, that's what's up. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I need you just to pray for me, sit with me. If I need gas, whatever. If I need food, I already know who I can go to. Because at the end of the day, that over there, no, that ain't what this is. You see what I'm saying? But see, I got a better understanding. I've been on this journey for a long time. I know what's up. I've accepted shit for what it is, and I didn't try to color it in. I ain't try to color that in. I got a whole pack of markers over here, but sis, bro, I'm not coloring in for no shit. I got my magical glasses on, and child, nope, I'm not taking them off. It is what it is. Collective, it is so sad that this day and time, literally, that you don't have people like you did back then. Yeah. You're exactly right. And it's so sad because it's not like that anymore. I remember, back then, man, when you call family, they pulled up. They was there. Like the neighbors, everybody, your cousin, whoever. You called them, they was there, right? Now all they do is they come, they get your information, Then they sit online and they gossip about it. And they're like, oh, did you see? Blah, blah, blah. This, they was they was so bad off, you know. This and but I'm just going to sit over here and mind my business. If you mind your damn business, then why is my name even on your fucking status? Why is my name even coming out of your fucking mouth? Like, don't sit over and talk about my struggles and then talk about how you care about me, but then you don't want to come in and help me because you obviously knew that I needed some kind of support, but you didn't want to be there. But you want to tell, I'm going to tell you why they can't support you. Because they done told everybody in private that they don't fuck with you. So in public, they got to keep that same energy. See what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. Right, collective? Y'all, somebody's nervous because somebody here, they be on that phone and they be wearing your ass out and telling somebody how you ain't shit, but you the main one that is standing and having somebody's fucking back here. And you're sitting here and you're like, oh, wow. For real? Okay. Y'all, it's crazy out here. And it's because somebody here, they go off their emotions, they mood. When they don't get what they want, they anger, they mad, then all of a sudden you're this and you're that, and you ain't shit, and you don't support them, and that blah, blah, blah. But the whole time, you might be somebody's whole support system, or you was, and now somebody's sitting, and they're saying, man, I can't call the collective. I can't call divine feminine, divine masculine. Like, what have I done? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, somebody's having to sit in this darkness, and it's like, oh, man. What's going on here? Let me tell you something. Spirit will jerk people out of your life. Okay? And when they're gone, Spirit gonna show you either how this person was using you or how good you was to this person and they was taking advantage of you. And y'all, I talked to somebody the other day, and I'm gonna be honest with you. That young lady was being used up something serious. While the other person was just on the other side, taking, lying, deceiving, cheating, a Decepticon. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't gonna lie, like, I seen a lot of myself in her, and I was like, baby girl, listen, you gave, you overgave, but that's who you are. So your next person that comes in is gonna match what you do, okay? I was like, but this is a situation, this was for you to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because really, y'all, this person was a monster. This person wasn't shit. And everybody praises this person and does this and does that. But really, in reality, this person was not a good person. And it's really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? And it's awful. And through that relationship, that young woman found the mystery code, solving mystery codes and discovering hidden truths. Okay? Because this person wore a mask consistently all the time. She never really knew who this person was because this person wouldn't never let her go that deep with them, right? You want to know about people. You want to know about their childhood. You want to know about how they was raised. You want to know these things. And if somebody can be open with you, like if you ever encountered somebody and they're like, no, I don't want to talk about the past. No, I want trust and believe you don't want to go no further with that person because they have a lot to hide. They have it. And see, a lot of times they'll pull it out of you and they won't tell you about their childhood things and things like that. So in the end, they can use it against you. Pay attention now, y'all. Class in session today. Okay, what else we got here? Sky City. The Sky City is your dreams. In your dreams is waiting to be explored. You see what I'm saying? Something about the dream state, y'all. That card's been coming out the last 2 days. Something about the dream state is really, really important. Like I said, y'all, Spirit be showing me everything in my dreams. That's why I be laughing at folks that try to be sneaky, because I'll be like, you know, Spirit showed me what you did. Just like last night, I seen somebody's whole text messages. My spirit guide was sitting there holding somebody's phone just... And had me like right here saying, look at this. Look at this. See what they said about you right here? You see this? Yeah. Spirit done took somebody's phone in a dream state and just over there just scrolling the text messages. And y'all, I'm just sitting here like, wow, what just happened here? Yeah. Woo, child. Yeah. Yeah, they all got secrets. Girl, listen. Great fortune in reverse. That's why that great fortune is in reverse. Because the secrets that they carry, I'm telling you, because they cannot be transparent. That's all they backstab, lie to each other, and then talk to each other. And you're like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, y'all don't even like each other. Why are you talking to each other? Shit. Somebody drowned in the middle of the ocean. They're gonna be sitting there fighting who's gonna go and save them. Your ass gonna be dead before, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Divine Feminine Divine Masculine's like, bitch, I got my own boat. I got my own team over here. And you are not a part of this shit. Because they're all gonna be like, no, do you remember we was all saying that we didn't deal with them? And you're out there, you're fucking drowning. And this could be what's going on right now. You got a group of family members that are arguing, and you're like, hey, I need your support. And they're like, oh, no. Now they're on the phone with each other. And they're like, well, such and such needs our help. But I told you, oh, yeah, we don't need to fuck with them. I told you this. I told you that. Blah, blah, blah. And you still over here drowning, collective. Okay. They still over here fighting. And you're like, what are we going to do? Like, are y'all going to help me? Are you going to watch me fucking drown? And then you're like, okay, let me go on and go do it myself. Cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden now they come back and they're like, oh, I really need your help. And you sitting over here like, bitch, I was over there drowning while y'all was over here arguing about who was going to help me, okay? Just shut the fuck up, get out of my face, okay? It's that type of season. I'm going to tell y'all something. Some folks, okay, the last couple seasons of this karmic show, everybody's feelings been spared and everything else. I ain't no sparing no feelings. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you, okay? And that's what people don't understand. Like, I supported you whenever nobody was there, or vice versa, right, collective? And it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Because you want somebody to reciprocate that energy. Somebody don't want me talking about it, okay? Just like somebody don't want me hearing, and they forgot that I got another ear. Stupid bitch. Y'all always be trying to do some dumb shit. Okay? See, because somebody can't be childish, okay? Or somebody is main male in reverse. Somebody probably ain't even your daddy, okay? And they sitting over here in confirmation, and they trying to tell you this and tell you that, and you like, bitch, you ain't even my daddy. What you mean? Tell the fucking truth, okay? Tell the truth. How did I fucking even get here? You don't really support me, so how the fuck did I get here even in your fucking house? Let's talk about that, okay? What the fuck, what's going on here? Something about this? But now he don't want you to have this great fortune. You want to know why? Because he's not entitled to it. Because if something ever happened to your ass, guess what's going to happen? He's going to be cut out. And he's concerned because really he ain't your blood father, and he knows he ain't finna get paid. So he's like, well, we got to stop her. She can't go out there and be great because listen, I can't get a piece of the pie. Do you see how fucked up their thinking is? Y'all, these folks be crazy. Look, somebody's in their thoughts because somebody wants to court you. And this could be somebody here that, you was like, no, I'm not finna let you court me. No, because you're trying to stay attached to shit. And you may not have no kids with this person as well. And somebody just keeps coming back and asking and asking and asking and wants to have your hand. And you're like, no. This could have been somebody you already dealt with. And you're like, take your karmic ass on somewhere. Go over there and get the fuck out of my face. No. And somebody's like, what do you mean? You done changed so much on me. We made all these memories together and all this stuff we've been through. And you're like, all that trauma? Yeah, we know. You know how many times I had to look at this and all the scars I had to look at, and yeah, you're right. And listen, every time I see you, it's gonna be a no, dog. You see what I'm Look, divine feminine, I ain't doing this with you. You like, you like, listen, God did not bless me and you to have a child together. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. I already had to go through them lessons. I didn't need to add another one to the situation. You know what I'm saying? And somebody here is probably gonna get a visit from the officials, the lovers here. Okay. Sudden wealth in reverse. Probably ain't got no bond money. Probably ain't got no lawyer money. Over here looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You know what I'm saying? You're just sitting here, you're like, how you gonna be a criminal and you don't have no money? Like, what's going on here? Listen, if you're gonna be out doing dumb shit, you need to make sure that you have three things: a job, a lawyer, and a bondsman. Okay? Okay, listen. Three things. That Why you're out here being a dumbass criminal and doing dumb shit. Okay? And then say y'all want to hit divine feminine or divine masculine up whenever y'all get yourself in these dumbass situations. You think they supposed to break bread, they supposed to do this, they supposed to wait, they're supposed to do these things, and somebody here got this situation fucked up as well. Okay, because somebody here is the world's dumbest criminal. They always finding themselves in dumbass situations or dealing with people they know that's in dumbass situations, and now they getting their karma. That's why they sudden wealth is in reverse. Y'all, somebody's a thief and a liar and they don't want to put the work in. And now they're concerned, okay? Because your gift is picking this up, okay? And you know what's going on. You have peeped somebody's pattern and cycle. Because somebody's gift got taken away because they was doing dark magic on you. They was expecting something here with this sudden wealth, and they're not high honor, and they are really, really upset. The community is looking at you, and they see that you're on your pathway, but you have a thief sitting right beside you. Okay, message. You have a thief sitting right beside you somewhere. Okay, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Yes, they're sitting right there, and they're like, "Well, everything's gonna work out." Y'all, somebody here. I just heard genie in the bottle. Somebody looks at you like you're a genie in the bottle, okay? They could just rub you the right way and then, get their wishes and everything's just gonna come true, right? And you're like, you realize this don't work in this world here, right? You just can't rub me the right way and you're just gonna get what you want, okay? Somebody could use sex, something about this. Somebody's like, oh yeah, let me go over here and rub them the right way and I'm gonna be able to get what I want. And you're over here and you're like, okay, the sex was good, but you still ain't getting what you want. Like, what'd you think? Look, my ear's starting to ring. I'm telling you. You like, okay, the sex was great. Shit. But you still ain't getting what you want. Like, hey, okay, I gotta go back to work now. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how somebody has gotten along for so long as possibly off their looks or their wood, okay? And they just go in and they digmatize these women and do this and do that. And somebody can't digmatize you, and you're like, it's a deeper meaning to sex than just coming in and doing what you're doing, right? Okay, something about this. Somebody could have some soul ties on them, and they're sitting here and they're like, oh, I'm fine. I listen now. I come from this type of family. You know what I'm saying? Like my people, man. And you're like, I don't care about none of that. That's what they told your mama too. She needed Jesus, but listen, we ain't talking about that, okay? Shit, don't come in here. Listen, don't come in here. I told you this season, y'all's feelings ain't gonna be spared, okay? And listen, did you hear that? Shots fired. What? Listen, can I tell you something, Miss Jones? It's this. Maybe I need to say that because now my ear done popped. Okay, because I felt like it was. It had something like it. Yeah, now it done popped. That's good. Uh, I'm done with the. Let me spare your feelings. Don't come in here with no sleek ass mouth. Okay, because listen now. Hey, don't. No. Keep them there. Keep them there. Now, what was the? I want to view the message. How much rock it took for you to believe tarot cards? Wow, look at me. I'm a chosen one. Thank you, Brandy. Hmm. Bill, you realize that's how you feel about your parents, right? And that's why you're an alcoholic because you used to watch your mama get beat by your daddy, and you try to save her, and then he come over there and beat you. That was hard to look at yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, you need to go heal. See, y'all try to come for us in the community over here, but you know what? I'll be the first one to stand up for us and say, y'all are scared. Really. Y'all are really scared. I see you shaking as a little boy whenever you got thrown in that closet after you got beat. Okay? Baby, go get you some help. Don't come over here. It's time to wake up. It's not your fault that you got thrown in that closet and got beat because you was trying to protect your mama. Get you some help, okay? You're welcome. Now, how does that make you feel when you come over here and you try to rip somebody apart? Because first of all, crack wasn't my drug. You say you was all wrong. Never smoked crack, okay? I snorted cocaine. you had it all wrong. You see, you had it all wrong, okay? Yeah, and prescription pills. That was my thing, okay? And alcohol. Yeah. That was my thing. I'm sorry though. Listen now. So that might be something that you like to do is smoke crack cocaine. So you forget about what your daddy did to your mama, right? You smoke crack cocaine and you drink alcohol. Well, listen now. You pegged me for a crack smoker. You had it wrong. Okay. Okay. Now go on back over there now. Okay. I don't know who sent you over here. Go on back over there now. I don't like when y'all come over here and try to judge me. Listen, I'll tell you what kind of drugs I used to use. Damn, stop trying to guess. Shit now. Let's get to it. Like, let's get to it, okay? Just ask. Like, stop with the whole speculating. You know what I'm saying? All right. Look, the whole damn thing done fell over here. Shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, sis? I just, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, y'all be looking like fucking idiots too. You know what I'm saying? That's like they'd be like, whenever you lose a lot of weight, all of a sudden just, you got to be on drugs. Do you know stress can make you lose weight? Chronic sicknesses can make you lose weight. Just not drugs. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know how many fat people I know used to smoke shit out of crack and snort the shit out of coke and do methamphetamine? And motherfucker weigh 375 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be judging, y'all don't even know. Like y'all have no clue. Y'all would be like, oh yeah, they're over in there and they're doing this. Man, listen, dude weighed 350 pounds and he smoked more crack than law allowed. Listen now. He wasn't buying he was buying 75s. Have you ever heard of a 75? Probably not, because you ain't from the hood. Okay. Yes, PTSD will make you lose weight or gain weight. Do you know the depot shot will make you gain weight? Did you know that? That they ain't over there and they're not. You know, it depends on the body. It depends on what you put in and how your body reacts. Everybody's different, right? But yeah, I'm telling y'all, listen now. Dudes smoke more crack, sort of more cocaine than a lot of that. You know, it's like if you would have seen him out in public, you would have never pegged him for a dopehead. You'd be like, oh, no, he smokes crack. What? Because he wore a three-piece suit. He drove a Jaguar. His mom and daddy was into politics, and everybody's like, what? Oh my gosh, what do you mean? Yeah, reality, okay? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all so quick to, just because you think somebody has it all materialistically. I am from the South, from Tennessee. But people think that they have it all, right? Just because they got it materialistically. But if you go inside that home and you start looking, that's why they buy all that materialistic stuff, because they can't look within them. That's what gives them, they feel like that's their character, right? But really, they're fucking sad, pitiful ass people, because their soul is lost. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they gonna do, collective? Everybody's like, oh, they got this and they got that. Okay, well, let's put all that aside. Come on over here. Let me see what that soul does. Where you come from? How you feeling about yourself? Let me strip you down bare with nothing. Then how do you feel about yourself? Because if you got to have all this material shit to make you happy, then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna mildew a barbecue because you can't step out and you can't be in this and you can't be in, you ain't driving this certain kind of thing, and now all of a sudden you don't feel good, do you? You want to know why? It's called being caught up in the matrix with a materialistic life. You're worshiping the wrong thing. Go in there and fix you, right? It is what it is. Y'all gonna get enough by coming over here and trying to tell me what type of drugs I've been on too. Listen now, I'm gonna start straightening y'all. Y'all be funny as hell. I'd be like, y'all can't even peg a drug addict. That's the thing. If you can't tell me what type of drugs I've been on, then quit trying to be a reader. Quit trying to read somebody, okay? Because listen now, a lot of that's your projection of what you like to do. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, it is, Miss Jones. And see, look, especially with you being a preacher's daughter, I already know you be like, sis, whew, I lived in a house with the best actors. They should have went to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Nope, never did. LSD. That was one of the first psychedelic drugs, hallucination drugs that I ever done when I was 15. I done liquid LSD tart. Okay, and woo, child, listen, y'all, that was the best high I ever had. It took me off of this earth and I went somewhere else. I was like, what is going on here? Okay. I remember me and my two homegirls. Me, Bug, and Candy. We got some tarts, and they was like, yeah, you know, this and this gonna be a nice little trip, whatever. So yeah, it took me somewhere else, y'all. And I was young too. I was super young. Yeah, pot was my thing. We smoked pot, and then we dropped those, and then we drank alcohol. I started drinking at the age of 13. Um, but I stuck with alcohol and marijuana for a very long time. I tried cocaine, I think, when I was 17. Yeah. Oh, you did the paper acid? Gotcha. You said take you to Jesus. You said I wanted to talk to Jesus. My homegirl was sitting in the back seat, and my homeboy, he picked us up, right? Because we was at a friend's house, and she was like, drive, the pink bunny's about to come and get me. He's over there in the corner. My other homegirl is talking about how the car is just melting everywhere. And I looked at him, I said, are you going to go? Because the stop sign just jumped up and started running. He looked over me, he said, what in the hell have y'all took? Okay, but you're right. Listen, let me tell you something. Um, my vision started getting stronger after that. So, you know what happened after that, right? I started drinking more because it was like once I tapped in with the LSD, that shit was crazy. I it's like it really took me there. People don't know that about LSD and these hallucinant drugs and mushrooms and stuff like that. If you're trying to get to the other side, you're gonna get there, okay? But see, that was our thing. Is like we was just doing it to have fun. Yeah. Hey, babies. But yeah, so it wasn't our intention to go and go to a damn to another planet. We just our intentions was just to have a good time, right? Yeah. After that, my visions got stronger. My gift got stronger. Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting for a call. Yeah. To let me know what's going on. Yeah. You said eating edibles. Oh, okay. I ain't never done them edible things. Did you? Okay. Y'all, my copycat is struggling right now. Okay, listen now. I seen her last night. She was struggling, baby. Ace of Cups in reverse, victory in reverse. Woo wee. I seen some people on them edibles. Dude said, I sat in Walmart parking lot and I called and I said, I need y'all to come get me out of this plane. Oh, Rachel, listen, there's multiple of them. Listen now. They're over there on Facebook, they're over there on TikTok. Shit, sometimes they're so bold, they'll come in the comment section during my chat and ask you to book a reading with them because their vision god is tarot. Yeah, listen, baby, look, we was on live one night on my old channel, literally having a bonfire. My copycat come in there, posted the link. Yeah, and told them. And then a couple of my clients hit me up and said that they threatened to call the cops on them if they did not send this donation or this what was it, y'all? I think it was going and buying the cards or something. Yeah. Told him, said, I'll call the sheriff on you if you don't send this to me. I'm like, y'all, please don't get scammed out here. You said what was the one thing that I always wanted to do, but I couldn't? I always wanted to go to Disney World. And there was always an excuse why we couldn't go. Always. Because I always wanted to go ride the teacups. Yeah. I wanted to go ride the teacups, and then I found out about Disney World, and that little thing just ended everything for me. Uh, yeah, I would always see it on the TV, and I'd be like, I want to go there. I want to go in the castle. Like, I was always about like I love the fairy tales with like Cinderella and Snow White, and how Rapunzel got put in the castle and somebody come and saved her. I was that little girl. Played with Barbies till I was almost 15. Like, I was that little girl who I didn't realize at the time, but I wanted somebody to come and save me from the life that I had with my karmic parents and the karmic lifestyle that we lived. And yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And I remember, quite a few years back. Mhm. Yeah. I know quite a few years back I was sitting at a little small desk that I made, and I just looked out the window, and I was living in the country, and I was like, one day I'm going to get out of here and I am going to do great things. And I just kept saying that to myself. And I would draw this picture, and of this little girl sitting in a field of flowers. There was a field of flowers that was right behind my house. And I would just sit there and I would just always say, when I leave here, I'm going to do great things. When I leave here, I'm going to do great things. And I kept telling myself that. And I didn't know how powerful that affirmation was, right? And I didn't understand how much I was nurturing my inner child because she felt boxed in again, just like she was when she was younger. Like, just like I was, right? And I was like, yeah, when I get out of here, I'm gonna do great things. I'm not gonna let nobody stop me. I'm gonna go. Because everybody in my life, they would always say, like, okay, my favorite restaurant is Olive Garden. And I begged and begged and begged to be taken to Olive Garden. Okay. And we'll go tomorrow. We'll go next week. We'll go do this. We'll go do that. Let me tell y'all something about me now. I don't wait. I go now. I don't, nobody's going to tell me, well, we can wait until tomorrow to do this. Nobody, I'm going to go do it. I don't care if you go or not. I'm going. Period. Right? And it's because everybody wanted me to put them first, because I'd have to wait until they got done doing what they was doing, right? But they was never done doing what they was doing. I was always pushed, and I had to learn what that meant. So I remember, one day I was like, as soon as I got away from there, I was like, I'm gonna go to Olive Garden. And it was supposed to be like a couple's thing, right? The other couple went and we stayed back because that other person had something to do, right? So I remember leaving there, and yeah, I went on to Olive Garden, and I sat there and I overindulged in pasta and salad. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the family members I took, they was like, oh my gosh, this just costs so much. I don't know why we come here. I was like, well, next time you don't have to come with me then. Take them to a steakhouse. That's the first thing they look at. Oh, well, this costs too much. This is this. That's why your ass is always broke, because you always looking at money. You're always looking at what it costs, and you can't afford this and you can't afford that. Y'all realize that's poverty like mindset. I'm like, I can't be around your broke ass mindset. Like, You sitting around saying, well, I ain't broke. I don't have it. You know what you sure are, and you gonna stay that way because I gotta go on over here, okay? Because that type of mindset, how you manifest, right? Very, very interesting intake on that, right? It's like, no, I ain't broke. You are, not me. Mm-mm. I got plenty of food in there to eat. I got everything I need. I got everything, and everything's coming to me because everything always does, because that's what I deserve, and that's what I'm gonna have in life. I'm not gonna be sitting in this lack mentality at all, right? Because you got to remember, God always provides. God gonna give you what you want and not what you need. Y'all, hold on. I want to read y'all something too that I posted on my Facebook. Let's see here. I think it was June 24th, 2024. Excuse me. Yeah, Stacy, ain't no excuses for that. She should be buying that child some shoes that fit. There is not no excuses for that. Y'all remember whenever my son went and stayed with his grandparents, child, I went and picked him up and he still had the same pants on that I bought him like 2 years prior to that. Yeah. Over here like, what? Why is my child still wearing uh them same pants? Yeah. There ain't no excuse for that. Make sure you did take care of them babies. Cause y'all swear y'all could take care of them better than everybody else, and then you get them, and then you don't know what to do with it. Yeah, I said what I said. Y'all swear that y'all could take care of them children, okay? But when you get them, you ain't doing shit by them. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, there it is. Memories. Here it is. This I wanted. Okay. But okay, I can't find the post, but I'll sum it up like this. Be careful of the words that you speak, because sometimes God will send you an earth angel in your life to bless you and to help you get what you need, okay, and not what you want. And if you take advantage of that earth angel, God will remove that earth angel from your life and show you what it's like to not even have what you need. Okay. And that could be somebody's problem right now. They so focused on what they want over here, over what they already have their needs met. You see what I'm saying? And they too focused on this over here, and you ain't even been grateful for the things that you got right in front of you right now. So what would you do with that blessing if it got put in your hands? A lot of people don't understand. That's why they don't never get that blessing, because God knows you're going to be reckless whenever you get that blessing. You're going to be egotistical. You're going to be prideful, and you're going to walk around and you're going to treat people like they ain't shit. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be like, what? What just happened here? Because y'all, I'm telling you, that's how people do. Give them a little something in their pocket and watch how they act. They lose their fucking mind. You'll be over here like, what? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's very interesting. People don't they don't understand, like sometimes God will put somebody in your life to be a blessing for you, And you forgot that you prayed that prayer and said, God, send me somebody to help me. And God sends somebody. Always on the physical. You'll never know when you entertaining an angel, and then all of a sudden, when somebody gets exactly what they need, oh child, they start showing out. And God's sitting here saying, hmm. You remember you prayed for this person to come in your life, right? You remember you prayed for that? Oh, okay. Yeah. And I gave it to you, and now look at you. You over here showing your ass, and you don't know how to treat this person, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Right. So, family, I'll be back in just a minute. Look, we've been on here an hour and 28 minutes. Child, listen, been getting it, okay? Y'all let me know if you need a $20 mini read, okay? Because we're going to tap back into that. I'm going to go smoke real quick. I'll be right back. Hmm. All right, so family, thank you for your patience. Oh. So what do you feel like that you need to release here? Because you just come in the chat and like you gave us the whole lowdown that you've took care of your 5 kids, they're grown. Like what kind of resentment are you still holding on to? Because that's one thing. I'm a mother. And I don't regret anything that I've been through. And I could care less what anybody else has to say. Because I was on my own journey whenever I become a mother. I become a mother at 17 years old. And shit happened. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid having a kid, right? And I just know in my heart that I raised my children and I taught them right from wrong. And what everybody else's thoughts about that is none of my business, right? Because people love to attack your character. You know what I'm saying? And they want to keep attacking that trauma, right? It's time to release that. It ain't none of their damn business. Shit, listen now. Because people was never in your shoes and they didn't know what type of options that you had. And it is what it is, right? Everybody was raised in a different kind of household. You know what I'm saying? Was you raised with 2 parents or was you raised with 1? Was you raised in uh, a situation where a parent ran out and you had to watch your parent struggle all the time? You know what I'm saying? Just different things like that, right? Uh, yeah. That's why you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge people's situations with their children or the circumstances, because just because somebody don't tell their story, you can't judge them because you don't know why they had to make the decisions they made, right? Especially being a parent. Like, listen, that child did not come out with no damn survival, no guide, right? That child didn't come out with no pamphlet saying, okay, they're going to have this kind of personality and they're going to do this, this, and this, and this, right? You had to wing that shit. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah. And everybody has a different parenting skill and the ways they deal with their kids. This day and time, shit, you got a lot of parents that are stepping up and saying, you're not abusing me no more. Because everybody was taught different. You know what I'm saying? I will, dear. I don't know if she's going to come in here or not. I don't have communication outside of this chat with her. But yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's like whenever my daughter was born. I was given an option to, because I had cancer. And my doctor told me, said, you know, it's a 50-50 chance that you both can make it. So, you know, we could go ahead and abort her, okay, do a DNC and go on and end the pregnancy and go on and do the operation to get the cancer out. Or you can carry her full term and just take that chance. And I told her, I was like, I'm just going to take that chance. And I was in the 3rd stage of cervical cancer when I had her. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. I was given an option to either get rid of her and save my own self, but I took a chance and I carried her knowing that I could die on the table or she could. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if somebody else would have been in that situation, what would they have done? Right? Because that's scary. A doctor telling you that, you can't carry this baby full term because you got cancer. And that's why I always said that she was one of my children. It was a major blessing because then I had her on Mother's Day and she was healthy. Went in, they got the cancer. Because you know what? I gave it to God. I didn't give it to the doctor. I didn't let the doctor instill that fear in me when it comes to me and my child. I knew that because I was told I couldn't have kids from the beginning. Then I had my oldest son. Then I got pregnant with my daughter. So at this point, anything the doctor says, I'm going against that and I'm going with God. Yeah. Right? So it's like when people look, they try to judge, and it's like you don't even know if you sit in that doctor's office, what would you have done? A lot of people would have chose their own self and said, "Go on, abort the child and do the," because of the circumstances, right? Just a little story about VG and listen now. I chose my daughter at that point before she was even in the world. Yeah. All right, Spirit. Go on, give me some messages. What's going on here? Somebody, look, you got expansion here. Because, see, God watches decisions that you make. That's the thing. And I was selfless. I was like, I will take that chance. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Because, see, you ain't looking at things with this retrograde and review and all this stuff, right? You're looking forward and saying, you know what, I'm gonna keep expanding. That was just a piece of my life where after that I was just like, you know what, God got me no matter what happens. I knew I had a purpose then. I just had to figure out about them partnerships in reverse that I wasn't that wasn't no good, right? Keeps you from not having no strength. Cause y'all listen, I remember right after I had her father got drunk and he said to me, he said, when I was getting ready to go into surgery, he said, "Bitch, I hope you die and they can't get the cancer out." Yeah. And I had already been told that there was a possibility that I could die, me and her, both. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow. And y'all, this man was drunk. He was speaking a sober man's heart. He was hoping that me and that baby didn't make it. But whenever I had her, he was devastated, right? So now at this point, he was wishing death on me and wishing that I had cancer. Yes. Hmm. I have encountered some real monsters in my lifetime, y'all. And that's why I'm sitting here and I'm like, child, what is wrong with you? Mercury, message in reverse. Now somebody here is sitting there crying because there's an expansion here in your life because you ain't looking back at something like this, right? Taurus in reverse. Yeah. Thank you, babies. And people are starting to understand how nurturing you really are. And it's like, wow, I didn't know that A, B, C, or D or whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's a lot of part of our stories that we hadn't told people. You know what I'm saying? That's like the other night I was telling y'all, I hope that my real mother comes forward and one day I get to meet her. You know what I'm saying? Because that was taken away from me, you know? And I just had to release this because I didn't realize how emotionally attached I was to the situation. I just knew that the little girl within inside me, she felt abandoned, like mommy left, but that wasn't the case. Mommy was taken out of my life, and it was for some very, very ugly reasons to cover everybody else's secrets up, right? That's why people losing their resources, because all they want to do is lie. Yeah, look, the sun shining. The sun always gonna shine, baby. Listen now. You could have Pisces in your chart. You're very sensitive to energies. You're focused on your home, okay? And there's a Virgo in reverse over here and a Taurus in reverse over here that don't know what to do. Okay? These two energies here. And a Scorpio in reverse. See, and they're learning something about relationships in their own life, okay? This Taurus, this Virgo, and this Scorpio. Yeah. The planets are aligned, and they're learning about the alliances they had wasn't very good. Introspection, 12th house in reverse, being backstabbed, betrayed, and lied to, okay? Because collective, you know what you're doing? You're speaking your truth, and people are starting to put the pieces together, and they're like, whoa, okay, hold on, we didn't know about that. There's a lot of things that people don't know about you. Because collective, there's a lot of times you kept that to yourself and you moved on and you didn't feel the need to explain anything, right? That part. Because why explain when people don't want to hear you? And that's how you felt. You felt like you wasn't being heard because they was lying. And you wouldn't fight with them and go to war with them. They're still in their south node, and you kept ascending here, and they stayed off their journey, which this has nothing to do with you, right? It's that's a them thing, not a you thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Tell me about these three energies. That's why I tell you, give it to God, because you know what? God gonna take care of everything. I've always been a prayer warrior. That's what I've always done. In situations when I felt scared or alone or like I couldn't get through something, I'm like, God, I know you're here with me, and my beloved ancestors, my angels, they always showed up for me, right? And I just never had that. I just never was a negative Nancy or a worrier. Like, I just knew in my heart and in my soul, everything was always going to be okay. Just like that day in that doctor's office. It's like, no, that's not the end game here. And that's what I kept telling myself. My baby's going to be healthy. She going to be fine. We're going to get through this, right? Yeah. See, now people can't attack you. You have strength because you done healed from something. Yeah, Queen of Wands. You had the confidence to move forward and to believe in the impossible and just know that everything is going to work out and it's going to be just fine, right? And you don't let people use their emotions. Yeah, against you or whatever. Because you're like, listen, and yeah, I've always said if somebody was in this type of situation, they wouldn't know what to do, okay? Because see, somebody here is heartbroken, a lover here, all right? Because they can't come in with this emotional trauma bonding and use this and use that. And it's like, if you was in that same situation, what would you done? And that's a good question to ask people. If you was in that same situation, what would you hit? What would have been your decision if the shoe was on the other foot, right? Because you got people out here thinking they can do things better than you, and they would have made a different decision, and blah 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 blah, and okay, whatever it is. And you're sitting here and you're saying, "Are you sure about that?" Because see, I didn't have the options that you have, right? So Let's go back and reevaluate and let's see what this really is, right? If you was in the same situation with no resources, what would you have done if you was in my situation? What decisions would you have made? Everything's coming to light about the decisions they made. About them not being able to defeat you, and they're not getting a victory here. Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? And you have awakened to what this is, all right? That's why I was saying last night, you stop holding on to everybody's every word because you knew that it was breaking your own heart, okay? If their actions ain't matching, then you know that, okay, let me reevaluate the situation. Let me pull back, and it's very, very important, right? Confirmation. Yeah, Stacy, listen now. Some people ain't ready for that VG personal reading. Some people ain't ready for that. Cause y'all, I've seen life on a whole different spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's hard to finesse or fool me at any time because I'm like, oh shit, I encountered that situation. Yeah, I seen the soul like that before. Okay, that was dark and empty and didn't care, didn't have no empathy. Like, yeah, I've seen that before, right? Yeah, you got the Hierophant here. See, that's why you got a higher commitment, maybe a job coming toward you, and these three people is just distraught. They do not know what to do with themselves. And see, they're trying to be an interference here, but they can't be because collective. This is something else too. Okay, once you've done your that trauma healing and stuff like that, and emotional healing, whatever the case may be, you are not afraid to expose yourself. And this is what's got these people really upset because somebody's intrigued how you take full accountability for yourself and the decisions you made and things like this. That's why something with this hierophant is coming toward you because you stand in your integrity. You're like, what's me lying about something? How is that gonna help the situation, right? You know what I'm saying? But somebody here has been wearing a mask the whole time. Y'all, somebody here finna get their feelings hurt because they holding on to every word that somebody says. And you don't, because you know better. Mm, 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 mm. Yet disappointment is in reverse. Look, King of Wands, the rock star. Somebody's like, yeah, we're gonna run off and be rock stars and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And like I was telling you about that text message I seen in my dream, my spirit team was going through somebody's text messages, okay, and just showing me everything. And yeah, now somebody getting their feelings hurt because they've been holding on to every word that somebody was saying in that text message. And now somebody's like, I got to go over there and I got to support the Aries. Like, I got to be there for them. And somebody's like, what are you talking about? Like, you said this, and this, and now my shit's reconnecting. Mm-hmm. Thought you didn't like them like that. I thought you wouldn't be with them. Ace of Pentacles. This is why somebody wants to come support you. I'm just saying, because the money. Somebody knows where their bread is buttered here, but they've been talking to Matt Cash Money shit, okay, over there on that text message to Karmic family. Nine of Pentacles. And that's the motherfucking truth. It ain't no illusion. You already know what's up. Because somebody trying to dominate the situation here. And they ain't got no love. It's just all about your wheel of fortune. And they trying to be a part of this. And Spirit's like, no. Very interesting energy here. Yeah. And you know what? Yesterday I seen a lizard, a bee, and a wasp all out there on top of the pillows on my my deck out there. Somebody here been pillow talking and done got stung. Because they done says too much shit to somebody here. Okay? And now, okay, that just reminded me of something that was going on in my dream. Somebody was laying in the bed with somebody. They was on their phone and they was talking shit about them and or about you. Because I'm seeing two people laying in the bed and somebody was talking shit. They could have been laying with the Karmic. And now they are feeling exposed because this person, when they screenshotted them messages of some sort, this person is sick now because they're afraid that they're going to get these messages to you. This could be a Taurus, a Scorpio, or a Virgo that was talking shit when somebody was pillow talking with them. Thank you, Spirit. And now somebody is really, really upset. They don't know what to do. Because they don't want you to get these messages. Also, just side note here, is there somebody's brother trying to run off with their girl now that they're not in the picture? Talking about we can run off together. And why do I feel like somebody's this woman gonna reach out and tell somebody, and possibly even drop the screenshots? Like, man, you don't even understand how bad somebody been talking about you. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's for sure. What's done in the dark always comes to light. And you know what? Somebody could have stopped overindulging with these people because they have figured out what's been going on here. Like when, because somebody stopped overindulging. I'm hearing stop drinking around these people and started observing them. Like, okay, this what y'all got going on? Because I feel like this is three men. This story I'm picking up on. It's a Taurus, a Scorpio, and a Virgo man. Somebody stop overindulging around this group here because There was something that what did not add up. Something wasn't right here. Remember, you can have these placements in your chart. Yeah, you got the Knight of Swords here. The Game Master. Somebody there could have been an air sign here that wasn't turning up around these people, and they sitting over here looking like, hold on, what y'all got going on here? That's exactly right. Didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Because they're like, man, you're not finna be cruel to me. You ain't finna defeat me. Somebody used their intuition in a situation and didn't overindulge with these people. And that was very, very smart, because I feel like they were setting each other up. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a situation where they was backstabbing, betraying each other here. Okay. It's gonna be very significant. There was no money that they was offering. Okay. Somebody said, I'm not gonna fight about this. And there could have been, they could be talking about a Queen of Wands here. Okay. That move to calmer waters here, and that don't play with opportunists and narcissistic people and overindulging. Somebody focuses on their money. And it was like they could have been talking about this woman here because they lost their power. Somebody's just in this Eight of Pentacles energy minding their business. You see how he's sitting in his damn watch closet just doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, now these people are being watched because of whatever they was doing here. Y'all remember on Little Rascals, what was that club? The He-Man Woman Hater Club. That's what this is giving me, Queen of Wands. The He-Man Hater Club. Like, you can't be in here. He told Darlie, he said, you can't come up here to our clubhouse. Okay? And someone... Yeah, something about the Little Rascals here. Somebody's name could be Darla. Okay? Or start with a D. And the whole time he was in love with Darla. He couldn't take it. Like, he wanted to be with Darla so bad. And then it was the He-Man Hater Club. You know? Like, you can't be a part. You can't come to our clubhouse. Yeah. So, Queen of Wands, you moved on and you're focused on your Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, your craft, doing what you need to do. And you got the He-Man Hater Club here behind the scenes. Okay, they ain't getting no new beginning, and Archangel Michael on their ass. Yeah, Alfalfa and his little his little cow lick up there. Okay. Y'all, that shit was hilarious. Excuse me. Yeah. So they're not getting no victory. You've awakened to this too, like something about this. Yeah, you're like, man, I don't want to be a part of your He-Man Hater Club. Like, listen, that we ain't doing this. Yeah, you over here on the Wheel of Fortune just riding that motherfucker, okay? Uh-huh. Ooh. Look, the Universe in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Mm-hmm. Now somebody wants to come in with the truth. They're like, listen, you can be in our club if you want to. Listen, you can be the president, okay? Because y'all remember how they come back to Darla and they was like, Darla, you can come and be a part of our club. And she was like, I don't want to be a part of your club. So this is like somebody coming in and they're like, you can be a part of it now. You're like, fuck your club, fuck your table, okay? And fuck your curtains. I don't care. I don't want to be a part of none of this shit. Oh, wow. Yeah. Why all of a sudden did I get tired? Who didn't sleep last night? Somebody stayed up crying all night. Okay, tossing and turning, fatalities. Okay. Because somebody's happiness and they're not a failure. Somebody stayed up crying all night last night. Okay? And just tore up. Like, I heard they was faking like they was asleep, but child, they wasn't. They was over there in their head crying, didn't know what to do. Like, something about this. But you know that crying helped you, right? That's purging. Now you just need to go lay down and take a nap. Take your spiritual shower and get that energy off of you and go release that shit. It's time to keep moving, okay? Yeah, because somebody don't know how to show gratitude and they're a liar, okay? And they ain't got no discipline. Success in reverse. And they always think shit's funny, right? Somebody always thinks something shit's funny. And now all of a sudden ain't nothing funny. Why ain't we laughing? Shit, I thought it was a comedy show. Shit. When the collective was going through this, we was kiki, ha ha, we was celebrating, we was popping bottles. Shit, everything was working out. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, y'all had this shit. Y'all had this thing rocking. Now all of a sudden, now y'all sitting around looking like, oh, what just happened? What happened to that celebrating energy that y'all had going on? Our reality. So see, now some shit started happening to you or your people, and now you over here, you like, oh God, I don't know what to do, BG. No, listen, I got to snap out of that. You got to snap out of that now. What's going on here? Yeah. See, somebody here, they be thinking shit's hilarious, okay? And now it's not fucking hilarious. Because now it's like they have one foot in, one foot out, talking shit, doing this, doing that. Now all of a sudden you just sitting over here chilling. And they're like, oh, their demise hasn't happened? Why is this happening to all of us? What's going on? Because y'all all sat at the same table with Judas. That's what happened. Yeah. Year 9, karma is coming through and sweeping and kicking y'all's ass. Okay, I told you. Look, the damn tree cutters it was rolling by the house. Now there's the feds riding by. Okay, in the white truck. Listen, the root of the problem's being found out. Okay, and the feds probably watching too. Okay, I know down the street down there yeah. Listen now. Happiness, judgment. You just call judgment on their ass and you just continue to be happy for no reason. And somebody's like, why are they always so happy? What is going on here? There's just no way their life is just going that good. And, we're just grateful that today when we woke up, we actually woke up. We have breath in our body. We're grateful for that. We're grateful for what we have right now. We're not over here saying, well, I don't have what I want, so my life is just destroyed. No, we're over here saying, thank you for what we have right now in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know how to show gratitude, like literally. And it's crazy. It's like, did y'all forget that there is a higher power? They can give it to you or they can take it all. What you gonna do? It's all about how you carrying yourself and what you're doing, right? And it's like, whoo, some of these people here, they just worship and praise these material things, and they're like, oh my God, my car's got a scratch. Oh, now their whole day's ruined because their car's got a scratch. Do you realize that car can be replaced, but you can't? Somebody here worships this shit so much they don't even understand how quick everything can just be taken away and you just don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? What about the people that you have in your life? What's your, what's going on with your circle? Or do you just need a dot now? Do you need to be reevaluating things? And I feel like Queen of Wands, that's what you did. And there's like some people over here, and you don't fuck with nobody that they fuck with. So that's got them very disturbed. Okay, the sun's out because there's some shit that got brought to light to you about some things, and you just over here and you like, oh, okay, shit, y'all keep that same energy. Oh, okay. Because they didn't want something to change. And they don't got no peace. Growth is in reverse. Yeah, and you just had to trust the process, collective. And you had to free yourself, and you know what you had to do. Because I know for like the past 6-7 months, Divine Feminine been in that Queen of Wands energy. Like, you've been pushing this energy like a fucking Mack truck, and you've been believing in yourself. You know, a lot of times the Queen of Wands gets a bad rep because of the magic and being promiscuous and everything. No, the way that I see this energy, just personally, me, this is an energy of you believing in yourself and going for your goals and doing what you need to do. This is you over here really, really pouring that self-love into you and checking in with your higher self and your inner child and saying, what are we going to do? How are we going to remove people, places, and things? How are we going to get rid of this energy? You see what I'm saying? And that's the energy I get. But see, I'm on a higher timeline too, because that's where my mind is healing and growing. It ain't on this dumb shit over here that don't make no sense, and I'm over crying over a scratch car or whatever the case may be, or you know, whatever, right? It's like, no, because we're not in the matrix. Like, we are over here awakened, and we know what's going on here, and we know how fast things you can get it and it can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And motherfuckers don't understand that. And now the matrix people over here, and they're like, what do you mean we're not going to have DoorDash? What do you mean we're not going to have no power? That means I can't charge my iPhone. That means that I'm not going to be able to post my whole life on the internet. Oh, that means that I'm not going to. Like, sometimes I just want to, hey, is anybody woke in there? You got is there any tools in that box? Can you change the tire? Can you change the battery? Can you change the alternator? Can you change the starter on the car? Do you even have a tire iron in there? Because some of these people, their tools in their box are just lost. Like, I don't know where y'all left it. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, listen, somebody just tried to report my live because my Wi-Fi is working just fine. Somebody tried to report my live because they're in their feelings, because this is how the collective is looking at y'all. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you need to be looking at shit spiritually, okay? Y'all need to be looking at the spiritual warfare that you caused, and now it's manifesting here on the physical, and y'all running around and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Oh, this is happening, that's happening. Oh, they need bond money. Oh, they need this, they need that. And like, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? And now they're over here and they're lost in the sauce, but they don't realize what you freed yourself from. You trusted the process and said, you know what? I'm going to move far away. I'm going to move far away, because when y'all start getting this ass whooping, don't be surprised when your family, friends, and everybody else and your money and your job gets hit, because it ain't going to have shit to do with me, because you know how spirit works. You know, and it is what it is. People may not want to believe it or whatever is going on, but it's facts. You know how spirit will roll up and rip somebody's shit apart, okay? Y'all look at all the damn storms that's been happening in these different places. And then you got people sitting in, like, they're sitting in the middle of a disaster, say it's you, right? And nothing gets touched on your foundation, but everybody else around you gets fucked up. Is that not telling you how protected you are? That storm went all the way around your ass and did not touch you. See what I'm saying? And everybody's looking and they're like, well, yeah, you know, such and such house got taken out. They got flooded. The interstate pileup. Yeah, there was 5 family members in that. There was this, there was that. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing about all these tragedies, and somebody's sitting here looking and saying, how are they not getting touched? Like, who's protecting them? Your people. Yeah. Because you know all that betrayal? I got my spirit team, your spirit team, their spirit team, their spirit team, and his spirit team, and hers. You know how much protection I got around me from all y'all? Like, listen, I was sitting over here minding my own damn business, and now all of a sudden, my property line is covered with your people, his people, their people, her people, his people, hers. Okay, now they all just wrapped around my property over here, holding me tight because they see what kind of sinister ass person you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you wonder. Because some of their own family members had to walk off. They over here like, hello, hello. You said, hey, y'all, since free will exists, can y'all stop blaming me for your choices? Well, that come out of left field. Who's blaming you for... Okay. Y'all know, sometimes I just wonder if these people got Velcro shoes, because who woke up and tied some of these people's shoes this morning? You said everybody blames me. The devil made me do it. Don't remove her. I gotta listen. I gotta entertain this. You said the devil made you do it. So you really believe that you're him? Because they had no intentions of paying you back. Because they knew that you was going to do it. They don't know how to take accountability. But okay, you can go on and go now. Because the devil ain't making me do shit. They knew that you was going to... It didn't matter what happened to the car. You was going to fix it. They knew you was going to do it. Yeah. They ain't going to pay you back. That's what I was saying last night. Like, a lot of people is in their emotions about, things that was stolen from them. These inheritance and these properties. I had this one woman, she come on there in all caps, baby. She was giving it to me. Yeah. Well, they stole millions of dollars in properties and all this money, and all y'all going down, and y'all ain't never met this woman a day in my life. I don't know who the fuck she is. I'm like, ooh, you told me in all caps, didn't you? Listen now. But ma'am, I hate to break it to you, but you ain't getting none of that stuff back, okay? You don't know why? Because you was a part of the scam. Yeah. And now you're all over the internet trying to blame the readers in the spiritual community when we don't even know who the fuck you are. You was a part of the scam. You're just under a false name. And they've been looking for your ass. And then you come over here. Surprise, surprise. You took the bait, didn't you? I'm going to get everything back. You're going to make sure I get... We ain't a part of your illusion. Yeah. We're not a part of your illusion. Like, I don't know. That's why I was saying last night with that energy I was picking up. You know, you've healed your trauma, and somebody's over here in this fake ass illusion, like they finna run off with a bag. What bag? Where you're going, you're not gonna need a bag. They're gonna give you an outfit to put on. They're gonna give you soap and a toothbrush and everything that you need. Okay, you're gonna get 3 meals a day, and you're going into the sale. Okay, that's where you're going. But you don't. But y'all all got this illusion like I'm gonna get this big bag of money. I'm about to run off. There's no money for you to run off with. Okay, because somebody here has done some shit, and now they want their stuff back. Okay, like something about this. Because somebody right now is looking at a situation and saying, "Yeah, I'm about to get this bread, man. I'm about to run off, man. I'm about to leave. I'm about to go. Woo, woo, woo." And the spirit sitting here saying, "No, you're not. That bag ain't coming because it ain't real." I heard they about to seize everything and take everything. Somebody ain't getting a dime thing, okay? A dime thing. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I'm getting because somebody is a liar, a thief, things like this. Okay, and they think that they're fixing to reap the benefits and get something from whatever happened to something, and it's not happening. Okay, it's not coming. That's not happening for somebody, and somebody's living in a whole illusion. I heard, and now they have somebody's address, so now they can go find somebody. Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening. Oh, they love playing victim. Lisa, now they pull that card. They can pull that in gear real easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you don't understand. They made me go in there. I have no choice but to sign and they was gonna do this, and they told me they was gonna do that, and da 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 da. And you're sitting here and you're like, confirmation. How do you let somebody peer pressure you into doing a fucking thing? Like, let's be real. Okay. Y'all, one time I was sitting in this room, right? And they told me they was like, well, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and da 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 da. And I was like, okay, I'm not concerned about that. I just need my attorney. I don't give a fuck about your empty threats. I don't care what you say you're gonna do. Because I don't know this and this and this. Whatever. I need an attorney. I plead the fifth. Boom. Okay. Shut it down before the shit could even get started. And it's, do you see what I'm saying? Like, folks are sitting here and they're like, oh, you don't understand. Now, what I do understand is you're not going to threaten me with a fucking thing, okay? Because you're a fucking idiot. Okay? You're in a 3-ring circus and y'all are running around here chasing your fucking tail like a fucking dog's ass. And I'm watching y'all and y'all are a fucking bunch of idiots. Like, what? Can we make this make sense? Y'all, somebody just don't like that you are just like, see, there's certain things that you're gonna say that everybody else is scared to say. You know, that's why they don't like the man in power right now, okay? Because he gonna tell you things that everybody else is trying to cover up, and he's not gonna pat your ass, and he's not gonna tell you what you want to hear. He's gonna tell you what you need to hear. And everybody's all in the upper, and they're like, "Oh my God, why is he doing this? And what's going on?" And that, but y'all still screaming that you want justice. But first, you got to dismantle the justice system in order to get justice. Okay, like that drowned rat that I found yesterday. I'm just saying, like, you got to dismantle systems in order for you to get justice. So you got to start at the root of the problem, and you got to dig the root up. And he's over here and he's digging the roots up and he's throwing them out. And everybody's like, what is he doing? What's going on? Y'all said you wanted justice. What is it that you want? Do you want justice or you don't? Okay. People are confused. That's why I was saying something about the Scorpio full moon. This ain't no damn full moon to be manifesting. What, you gonna manifest trauma? Drama? Your karmic family coming back around, you're gonna manifest them because that's what you're, no, that's it. A full moon is to release. Some people need to go back to class. Okay, you ain't You still ain't got it, okay? You still wasn't reading correctly. Then you're talking about trying to manifest on one of the biggest transformational moons that there is. Yeah. Like, well, you're gonna have to this here, you're gonna have to release. Cause you got that old part of you has got to go. If you're fed off emotions and you're led by people's emotions and all of this shit, listen, you gotta come back to class. Yeah. Like, you gonna have to get it together now. Because, baby, first of all, on this journey, you gotta learn. You gotta have thick skin. You can't be taking shit personal. And you gonna have to do that shadow work. And there's a lot of people that woke up today that feels way different and saying, VG, I feel really, really good. Because that has a lot to do with the healing that you have already been doing. And you have really been self-reflecting. Y'all, self-reflection is a beautiful thing. Yeah. And I've had a lot of people like reach out and be like, VG, I feel so good. Like, man, like me just releasing all of this and just letting it go. Cause I listen, y'all, I had this one client. She's an old head. Her name's Barbie. I remember when she first came to me. She's an Aries. And I love using her for example because y'all, she was so bent out of shape, right? And so upset because she had been taken advantage of. She wanted her money back, and she told me, she said, I want everything back that was taken from me. And I told her, I said, baby, I said, release that, okay? Because you're holding on to hate, resentment, revenge. I was like, and you're closing your heart off. I was like, just release it. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna come back, and it's gonna be a miracle how it comes back around. But everything got to come full circle, okay? And that's what people don't understand. They may have took this, but this is gonna come back tenfold in a beautiful way. But you just got to let the universe have that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not easy to release. I get it. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, really important. And that's what I broke down. And I said to her, I said, listen, I said, this forgiveness is for you. I said, it ain't for the other parties. And I remember her calling me and she says, I get it now. I understand what you were saying. She was like, I didn't realize how angry I was and how much I was holding on to. And y'all, she's just living her best life. Yeah. She's living her best life and she's just content with herself. But I feel like, that shit makes you age too, collective. And health wise, you know what I'm saying? You be over here stressed the fuck out about some shit because they didn't give you this or they stole that or they went and done this and they shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? That ain't for you to worry about, child. You got to go from that, right? And I feel like a lot of y'all, the reason y'all here with me is because that's exactly what you said. Okay, VG, fuck it. I'm releasing. It's got to go. It can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? And now you're sitting in this energy, and now everything is flowing. Just how it needs to. It's just flowing. It's doing that. You're letting the energy just do what it does. And y'all, that's important because now you're like, I can only control me and my vessel. That's it. I can't control others around me. And y'all, I found so much peace with that right there. And it's like, God, okay, you can have them. God, you can have them. I can't, I'm not carrying this burden. You can have them. Listen, now I'm going to sit in my peace. I'm not going to let this bother me because you don't understand. When somebody's got a hold of your emotions, your mind, got a hold of you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or financially, they're puppeteering you, right? And somebody here is like, right now, they know that they got one foot in and one foot out. And the strings are about to be cut. Because somebody really, really thinks that they're the puppet master here with you. And somebody's sadly mistaken. Okay. Something about this. But listen now. Sometimes you gotta let people think that they in control of a situation just to see how far they're gonna take it. And you sit here and you like, okay, you really took that real far. Wow. And then here I am. I thought I knew you, but damn, you just like the rest. Shit. Right? Something about that. All right, y'all, we going outside. No. Mm-mm. Can I tell y'all something? You will rip somebody apart by not paying them any attention, by just being silent and moving forward and doing what you need to do and staying focused. Because they're at war with their self. You cannot fight with somebody that's at war with their self collective. I've been saying this for a long time now. Listen now. We can't do that. We cannot sit with somebody that's at war with their self because they ain't making no sense. Hey, babies. Yeah, they ain't making no damn sense. And you sit here and you like, okay, you know what? I can't. I know. Mm-mm. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I got everything. All right, so family, bring you outside. Okay. All right, what's up? Who needs a $20 mini read? What's going on? 888-9999. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta let somebody just live in their own illusion and fall back and do what you need to do, and mind your damn business. Because of course, like I said, once you get your magical glasses on, of course it's gonna be that type of situation where um it's all gonna crumble. It's just a matter of time, and it is what it is, right? And you can't control that tower falling. And how many times collective have you warned somebody about a tower falling? Like, this shit's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Because it's always a lot of signs before something happens, anyways. That's the beautiful thing about spirit. Spirit will show you signs before everything goes down. Guys, did y'all enjoy that full moon singing bowl meditation? I hope that helps somebody. If you need it, it's up there. Okay, I'm not gonna take it down, so you can use that to help keep releasing. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh. Y'all hear spirit. They having a conversation, the beloved ancestors. They talking. Y'all, it's so beautiful outside. It feels good too. Okay. Yeah, sitting with no anxiety, just letting the energy flow. Confirmation. Somebody don't know their door to value. Listen to the owl, y'all. Door to personal healing and happiness. Somebody's about to learn, though, to have patience, use their intuition, and rest and rejuvenate. About these caring connections that's in reverse, that's really in their life. Because somebody's strategy is in reverse. They could be figuring this out. Like they was trying to plot, plan, and strategize, and something is backfiring majorly. I feel like that's also the thing for year 9 is the major backfires. Judgment, major backfires, and dismantling communities. So everybody's not financially constrained, okay? Because I said that there's something being done with the collective here. They trying to really stop your finances, and they want to stop them from coming in. And it's like no contracts. But see, there's contracts coming up here, okay? And somebody here is trying to play with your sacral chakra, and that's not working out. Theirs is being played with. Yeah, because you're showing appreciation to yourself. Somebody's very hostile with an earth angel because they can't take advantage of somebody. Because somebody's spirit team keeps showing up. See, that's what I was saying. That message come up yesterday from a memory I had posted from 2024. Sometimes God will place an earth angel in your life and help you get what you need and not what you want, and to see, what how you're gonna handle that. So when your blessings do come, how are you gonna handle it? Are you gonna act out of character, or what's gonna happen? Because see, Metatron is showing you already how somebody is acting, and it's like, oh, okay. So whenever you get your blessings, yeah, you need to show gratitude to spirit, okay, and say thank you, because if it wasn't for them working behind the scenes to protect us, then there would have been a lot of things that could have happened, right? No possibilities. This thinking woman in reverse, not on her journey. Got a victory in reverse right here. Because somebody here is staying attached to something, and they don't understand these attachments is what's stopping everything that spirit wants to give somebody. Because they want to stay connected to somebody here, but they over here talking shit about the earth angel. Because the earth angel got boundaries. Possibly an empath. And can feel things before they happen, right? So I could be talking to a divine feminine or a divine masculine, and it's like somebody's always trying to play on your empathy, always trying to play with your emotions. Well, now you done healed that part of you, and now they can't play on that, and it's like, Ah, okay. Now somebody's stepping right into their blossom abundance here. Because they figuring out what this is. Okay. Because see, somebody ain't taking action. They're like, no, I'm not fixing to entertain that. Also, y'all, a test is coming up for you to choose yourself. It's a great opportunity that's coming. But are you going to choose yourself, or are you going to keep choosing these low vibrational situations, people, places, and things? Right? Because y'all know right before your breakthrough, here comes the karmic situation. People heartless. They don't want you to take this leap of faith. Uh-huh. Yeah, they want you to stay in your head, thinking man in reverse, and keep y'all tied up. Don't fall for this now, okay? I'm talking to somebody in this chat right now. Don't fall for this. They know what they doing. That's right. Cause y'all listen, I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna keep getting up every single day and do what I do. And it is what it is. It might take me a little longer, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Okay? Oh yeah, they are. Cause look, goddess of the moon, your spirit team stepped in and showed out and let them know that you are the healer. Okay? And you know, and you healed yourself from all of these traumatic situations, right? And you ain't mad, you're not envious. It's just time to move on. You tapped into your crown chakra because you knew this storm was coming, right? But you also knew there was going to be a rainbow and a happy family at the end of this with that cornucopia because somebody's magic backfired here. You just learned to stay balanced during a storm. And somebody's like, how is their ship still sailing? Because you stayed balanced. You stayed in that energy of, I got this, I'm going to keep swimming, okay? I'm like the little engine that could, okay? Somebody may be trying to go get on a train, and they're not using, they're not paying attention what their chakra's telling them, okay? And they want to go to this door to romance here, okay, with this contract, and somebody's about to walk right into a heartbreak here. Okay, and Archangel Michael is protecting you right now because somebody, that's their plan, is to leave. Okay, and the community, they could be talking to some people in the community about this, and somebody got some attachments here, and they're finna walk into a victory in reverse. Meanwhile, you're staying in this yin and yang energy. You're welcome, babies. And look, you just having strength, speaking your truth, because you know everything is coming to light. Because y'all, somebody getting on the train, this man holding a coin in reverse, thinking he going to his cornucopia and to a happy family, and he's walking right into a storm. Okay? Or this is what already happened, divine feminine. And now, whoo, child, somebody can't come back from that decision they made. Okay? Yeah, because see, you stayed balanced and just kept doing what you need to do. Because somebody was heartless and now they all tied up with this thinking man in reverse here. Uh-huh. Somebody thinks the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not. Okay, it's fertilized with shit. Y'all, somebody could have been fucking their neighbor for the past 6 months, okay? And that's about to come to light. Somebody could have been sneaking next door fucking the neighbor. I don't know where the fuck that just come from, but yeah. And now they done broke it off with the neighbor, and now the neighbor's mad, okay? And in their feelings. Woo, child. Somebody's secret's being revealed today. And somebody's emotional, and they don't know what to do. Because somebody here thought they was fixing to be celebrating. Now somebody is paranoid. Oh shit. Damn. Okay. That's where that energy comes from. Okay. Tell me about the neighbor now. What's going on? The neighbor's on the World Wide Web watching, okay? There's a lot of fights behind the scenes. I heard that could be the text messages going on. They're fighting with each other and texting each other back and forth, and this person's like, well, you told me that you was going to leave her. Like, what's going on? I told you I was going to buy a house somewhere else and we could move. Like, what's going on? Somebody being real childish. Because somebody trying to move to calmer waters. They don't want you to find out that they've been fucking the neighbor. Yeah, but it's coming to light here, okay? Somebody can't tend to sword you. That's in reverse. There is some communication coming through that somebody can't juggle you anymore, okay? That could be why Spirit is moving somebody away from you as well, because they've been sleeping with the neighbor. Five of Swords, yeah. Spirit is causing this Five of Swords at a foundation, okay? Oh, wow. Listen to the owl in the background. Somebody been trying to cloak their energy and they cannot cloak it no longer, is what Spirit's saying. 2 hours 47 minutes I've been in here. 247 could be 24/7. Somebody been trying to cloak their energy. Child, I can't make it up. And now this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's heartbroken. Because they being sneaky here. Possibly been sleeping with this Aquarius in reverse. Y'all, didn't I was picking up on the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, sleeping with an Aquarius behind somebody's back, okay? And now somebody could be like somebody's neighbors around the corner. You may not know that somebody lives around the corner, down the street. Somebody could be fucking somebody around the corner, okay? Now somebody's walked away and informed this third party that they're going to be with you and do this and do that. And now this third party want to come around the corner, okay? Listen, they been the corners. And they trying to come around and trying to tell you some things, okay? Possibly about somebody. How they were celebrating with somebody. Yeah. Ooh, child. This could be 3 women, too. Somebody here had 3 different options that they was fucking with. Yeah. Messy, messy. Justice in reverse. But you avoided a tower by staying mature in a situation in that King of Cups energy. You knew some shit, but you was just holding it close to your chest. That's why you ain't saying nothing. Like, you're like, oh, you thought that I wasn't gonna know. What's going on here? Somebody ain't got no improvements, though. You know that something is up with somebody, because I'm telling you, every time an opportunity comes through, they get it snatched out of their hands, and you're like, what's going on here? Because it's some sneaky shit somebody doing behind the scenes here, okay? Not he's like a rabbit, a hoe to hoe. Okay, listen now. He said he can't wait to go on a walk. He got a piss right now.
Yeah, he was in there whining about 10 minutes.
Look, the dog couldn't wait. He had to go on and go piss. Yeah, right now somebody they arguing with their side piece right now. Something about this collective. Yeah. Them blessings really gets delayed whenever shit ain't balanced. That's for sure. When it ain't no equal give and take in a situation, family, lover, or friends. Yeah, and see, you ain't blinded to that either. Yeah, this could be a somebody could have air or fire in their chart. King of Swords in reverse. Okay, Temperance. Somebody could have Sagittarius. The lovers in reverse. They're dealing with a Gemini. Okay, they arguing with this person. Look, this person's watching too, and they all tied up. Corruption. They could be asking this person, like, what we gonna do now to get this new beginning? But it's an illusion. Okay, magic done backfired. They don't know what to do. Letting the past go, collectives. The Chariot card. That's where somebody's finna do. They don't know though. Okay, Karmic family, whole family going in. Okay, finna be apprehended. Whole family. Something about this, yeah. Somebody's whole family is under investigation. Look, y'all, I'm telling you. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Cups. They rush in, they get what they want, and then they leave. Okay? And somebody's acting like they don't know what's going on, but they know exactly what's going on. Yeah. Y'all know they will investigate for a very long time, too. The Hierophant. Child, look, divine intervention is happening. Whole family tied up, watching. Okay? With the lovers in reverse, with the King of Swords. Okay? Yeah. Tell me about this energy. Yeah, walked away. You like, man, listen, I don't know what you got going on. But yeah, this ain't what this is, okay? Yeah. Somebody's under harsh judgment and can't put these 10 of Swords in you, okay? Something is coming to light here about your about your 2 of Cups, okay? And this karmic family. And about jail or the hospital. Yeah, take notes now. Take notes. And that could have been what you was doing. Honey, death. Uh-huh. And see, somebody's feeling all these emotions is coming back with that Scorpio full moon. This Knight of Swords is being stopped in their tracks, okay? And everything is fine for you. You good. You're in this Nine of Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles. You do got some offers coming toward you. Okay? Some collaborations. Yeah. And you avoiding this tower here. Because they all about to be thrown out of this tower. Okay? Alright, soul family. I love y'all. I'm about to hop off of here. Okay? If y'all need me, I'm open for personal readings. I'm just waiting on a call. So, yeah. Like I said, I can slide you in today. I'm trying to see what's going on here. I'm waiting on this phone call, this text message. I just want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Y'all take care of yourself, okay? And, yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, shoot.